Hi, my name is Kelsey Newcomb, and this is my video for the Capstone Project for UF Navigating Identity. The first of the aspects of this class I'm going to talk about are the virtues, and specifically the learner virtue will be my first one. This is, when we talk about a learner virtue, it's someone who is truly committed to being a lifelong learner. This means someone who is going to adapt and to learn new information as the world changes around them. Now, then the next one we want to talk about is the career virtue. The career virtue means balancing living a life and earning a living, like our yin-yang symbol that we have. This means being able to balance earning enough money for yourself and having a life that you really care about and doing things that you love. And next, we're going to talk about the virtue of character. We talk about someone who represents the character virtue as someone who really has strong morals, strong ethics, and really a strong sense of self that guides how they represent themselves and how they act. Next, for our virtues, the last one here is identity. This is the one that kind of encompasses the whole class together because it is a navigating identity class, and we learn about what represents us and how we represent ourselves through our identities. Next, we're going to go on to the ULOs, and the first one is teamwork. We practiced this all semester long with our groups for our discussion groups, and we did several team projects in which we had to communicate and collaborate well with each other in order to complete our assignments. Next ULO is going to be critical inquiry. This means not taking information for face value, digging deeper into really analyzing information and interpreting it in new ways, not just saying, oh, that's what that is because it's what it says, but really digging into it. And next we have oral communication. That's that one there. This is really being able to communicate yourself eloquently through words, whether in a solo presentation or in a group. Your ability to communicate is key to success. Next, we have innovation. Innovation is really just like coming up with new ways of doing things and coming up with new ideas, things that have not really been seen before. And in order to study all these things that I've just talked about, we had 4 case studies. The first one was, if I can find it here, case study of the university. So the university is really important because this is the first one that we did, and we choose to be here. We can, as students, pick any university in the country that will accept us. But we come to Boise State University identifying ourselves as Boise State Broncos. And that's really big because it's part of our chosen identity, and that's something that's really important to who we are. Next case study is going to be the Basque. The Basque are a great example of identity through ethnicity. This is a group of people who are really an excellent example because they are such a small group. It would have been easy for them to assimilate years ago into Spanish culture, but they have defied all odds because they hold such a strong identity in their ethnicity and who they are as a group. Our next case study was America, and now America is very unique because citizens are not only born here, but citizens can come here and identify themselves as American citizens. Not in many other countries can you decide, I want to be part of this country. We have the opportunity to accept others from other countries, and they can decide to become American citizens if they so choose because that's how they want to identify themselves. And the final case study that I really want to expand on is, well, me, the case study of me, because I feel like that's what this whole class is about. Navigating identity is navigating your own identity and figuring out who you are as a person. And my identity is really a combination of every aspect of this dodecahedron in different ways. It's made up of chosen and given aspects. Now, given is part of our identity that we're born with. Things like, well, for example, I'm female, I'm tall, I'm Caucasian, things like that don't necessarily have much stake in who we are as individuals. But our chosen identity is really made up of parts of ourselves that we decide to represent. For example, again, in this case study of me, I choose to go to Boise State and be a Bronco. I choose to be in my sorority of Chi Delta. And I choose to be part of Young Life and be a Christian. Those are things that really identify me as a person and that I choose to be a part of. Because I think your chosen identity is something that's way more important than your given identity. We're all born with a set of circumstances that can define us, and typically people let them define us, but we don't have to do that. I think part of our chosen identity is the ability to choose if our given identity will affect who we are as individuals.